Hey you guys! I'm back here at Studio 102, which is the studio I share with my two lovely studio mates, Karen Taylor and Rob Croxford. And we've been, because we're socially distancing, we have been rotating. We've been taking turns at the studio, so it's been weird to be here without them. So what I'm going to do today is talk to Karen. Here she comes. Hold on. This is my first time doing this. Can you tell? Yes. And hopefully it works. Karen and here she is. Yay!
Good works.
Awesome.
Technology.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, the learning curve. And we are both participating in the Riverdale Art Walk right now, which is an online event, just like everything in the world. So I thought it would be fun to maybe talk a bit about a couple of the pieces that you have in that show. And the other thing that I realized today, which is hilarious, I see you paint all the time. I see your work in progress all the time. I couldn't tell you one single title of any of your pieces because it's not like they have titles above them in the studio, right? So I thought it would be fun to talk about that.
Yeah, because well, normally I'd be in the booth. I'd be talking to people. There'd be little tags next to everything. I'd be talking to people. I don't get a chance to do that. So this is good. This is really good.
Should
Yeah.
I give you a little sweep of your studio so that we
Yeah.
can see? Okay, so turn around. There we are.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, because everything's back front. It looks really strange. Yeah.
So here's Karen's space, which is very tidy compared to mine.
Much tidier than it normally is, a good sign.
Very organized, and some lovely pieces up here on the wall. So, and I think these ones, are these two of the ones you were going to tell us about?
Yeah, just a little bit about the titles and where the inspiration came from.
Cool. Should we start at the top?
Yeah, that one is called Infinite Space. And actually, it comes from one of my favorite quotes. I actually had to write it down because my memory is really terrible today. It's actually a quote from Hamlet.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, it makes me sound really highbrow, doesn't it? Yeah. Um, it's, I could be bounded by a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space.
Whoa.
That I had bad dreams. And there are lots of different ways to interpret Shakespearean lines. I'm not even going to try and be an expert here. One that's always said to me is that I don't need much. I just don't need much. I don't need much of anything. And I have a whole world out to be able to do what I want in that big wide world out there. If I could only get out of my own head.
Yes.
And that's what it means to me. So I just wanted to do one that was really expansive and, just trying to reach out there. Yeah.
That's really relevant right now when your whole world is like your living room and your kitchen and your bedroom, basically, is where we're all spending all of our time.
We don't have much right now, but the world is still out there. We need to reach out into it. I painted that one at the end of last year, so it's still quite a new one.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to, I don't know if you noticed, like the technicalities of it. The leaves don't touch the ground, they don't touch the sky, they're just reaching out.
Oh, cool.
It's not grounded, it's just reaching out. Because I think that we hold ourselves back. I don't know how many times I've spoken to people and said, "Oh, I really want to do this, I really want to do that." So why don't you? And it's just holding you back and stopping you.
Yeah. You're your own boss.
Yeah. And I'm so guilty of that. I really am. Because I know I get inside my own head and I talk myself out of doing things.
I think that's incredibly common for artists, maybe everybody in general, but I think artists are constantly battling the version in their head that's saying you're not good enough, you can't do that, someone has already done it, it's not a good idea, you'll never finish it. There's like endless.
Yeah, I hear everyone talk about, oh, in my profession, we have this thing called imposter syndrome. And I'm like, okay, like whether you're a writer or an actor or a lawyer or whatever, everyone has that. It doesn't matter what you do for a living. Everyone
imposter.
you have to do it right, you're going to get caught out. And it's like, no, just do the thing that you have in your head that you want to do. That's it. It's as simple and as difficult as that, I think.
Yes, and it's ongoing. It's not like you solve that problem once and then you're like, okay, great. Now I'm over that.
I was watching. I got into a YouTube wormhole last night, and it was David Tennant, actually, the actor, and he was talking about how he has this thing where he's maybe done the same play 100 times, but he has that feeling where I'm going to walk on stage, I'm going to forget the lines. It's like, no, I know them, but I'm going to forget. I sometimes get that even walking in the studio. It's like when I'm starting a new painting. Like, what if I've forgotten how to paint?
Yeah.
I've been doing this for how long? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's not going to happen. But there's that little bit that's like, what if I can't do this anymore? Or you just have this voice in your head that's just talking to you the whole time. And I do.
I get midway through a piece where when I start off, I feel playful and I feel like there's infinite possibility. And then after a couple of days of playing, I'm like, this isn't working. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm never going to make another good piece again. I don't know what my other career options are. It all and then I have to walk away. I've learned that's the walk away point. Go do something else for 2 days and then come back to it. And then if I'm lucky, it just clicks. Whatever it was that wasn't working, I figure it out. But I need the walk away part. I'm sort of that out.
I know what you mean. I mean, I get halfway through my paintings, they turn into these ugly teenagers, and they do it every single time. Rebel against me. And I know this is going to happen, and I still think, oh, you can't do this. You're wrong.
Yep.
It's just as part of my process.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
And then they come out fine again, but there's just this little bit in the middle where it's like, oh.
You know what I have to say? This is part of what I love about having studio mates, because we go through this together. We talk this out, and especially you and Rob, because you're here together more, where you get to the point you're like, oh my God, I hate everything. And the other person's like, it's not that bad. This happens every time. Don't worry about it.
We do this every time. And he laughs at me because I'll paint something and then I'm like, oh, I hate this. This looks terrible. And then all of a sudden towards the end, I'm like, I quite like this one. He's like, yeah. Every single time.
It's not the worst ever. Oh my goodness. Yes. It's okay. So, and then there's this skinny. What's the dimensions on the top one, Karen?
It's 2x4, so it's 24 by 48 inches.
Lovely. So then the one underneath
it's only 10 inches wide, but it's still up 4 foot wide.
That's really dramatic. Okay, I'm gonna flip around so we can see it without it being mirrored. And what's the title of that one?
Oh, it sounds very wordy. Viridescent.
Oh.
But the reason behind this is not anywhere near as highbrow. Okay, so I think Gabe and I are having our 23rd wedding anniversary this year.
Congratulations! Holy crap!
Long time. Yeah, I've known him since like 91. Long time. And what we do for our wedding anniversaries is we give each other a gift to do with the theme, like paper, cardboard.
Oh yeah.
Silver, whatever.
Yep.
But it turns out when you get to 15, from then on, you only get a theme every 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah, which can be.
They figured you've given up interest by then.
Oh, you made it this far. You don't need any gifts. That's still in the gift. So we generally buy each other it'll be it can be a dollar store thing. In fact, the cheaper the better, right? It's just a gift to do the theme. So what we started doing is we still need themes. So we basically stick a pin in a dictionary, use a word generator, and it comes up with a word, and that's the theme for our anniversary that year. Oh my! So we've had a tinfoil anniversary.
I love this.
We've had a tinfoil anniversary. We've had a circle anniversary. And one year the word came up, viridescent. I was like, what is that? And it just means green. That's all it means. It's a fancy word for green. But it's stuck with me and I really like it. And I kind of like the interplay between the light green and the dark. I've got the dark green always behind me. I guess that's kind of Dave, But yeah, that's where the title comes from.
Cool.
Yeah, I get titles from all over the place. Sometimes it can be a quote, it can just be a word, or it can just be a memory of something. Yeah.
Also, I'm going to thank you for bringing that word into my life because I love green. It's my favorite color on the days
Mhm.
orange isn't my favorite color. So I feel like the more words I have for it, the better. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's that one. And if you want, I can give you a sneak peek of the one I finished on Monday.
Oh, yes.
It's new. This isn't at the it's not even on my website yet. It's brand new. So I can give you.
Let's see.
There we go.
Wow. I
This
love these
one
sort of spring colors that are back there. Those are different than your normal spring colors, aren't they?
is a bit more vibrant. It's called Sakura because it's based on cherry trees.
Mm.
And my cherry trees, when I do them, are always they're always pink because the ones I grew up with in Glasgow and Edinburgh, they're pink. They're
Yeah.
very pink. They're like cotton candy. They're completely different.
Awesome.
Um, so whenever I go to Hyde Park, I love them. They're great, but I always think of these pink ones. And on all the different series I've done and all the different styles I've painted in over the years, over the 13 years, it turns out.
Time.
I always do a cherry tree painting because the story behind the cherry trees is going to work one day on the bus, and this would have been May, I guess.
Yeah.
And there's this little parquet that I used to go past every day. It's only a small one, it was about 20 by 20 feet, but it was full of cherry trees, like just full of crammed full of them. And it was a really horrible windy day, and basically all the petals were blowing off, and I was in this giant cotton candy snow globe.
Oh my gosh.
It was amazing. It was one of the most amazing things. And this is a long time ago. I was still living in Scotland at the time. So this would have been in the 90s. So there was no smartphone, there was no camera in my bag to
Yeah.
take a shot. And I really wanted to get off the bus and just stand in it for 10 minutes. But like every other morning I was going to work, I was almost late because I would scrape in at the last possible minute because I hated my job. And I just thought, I can't be late again. I have to, let's just go to work. And I was miserable the rest of the day because I didn't get off. And I just thought, why did I not get off the bus? Why did I not? And I still kick myself about that. So from then on, I've always tried to be the person who just gets off the bus.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep painting them, because I don't want to try and remind myself that, you know what, would it really have mattered if I'd been 10 minutes late?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the larger scheme of, you know what's
Mhm.
interesting? And I think that it still would have been the same experience. Like if you got off the bus and you stood in the middle of that snow globe, it would have been amazing. But I think
All I wanted to do, it's all I wanted to do, and I just didn't do it.
I think that's now embedded deeper in your memory because you didn't have a picture of it, you didn't have a smartphone in your pocket, whatever. You've put the effort into painting that picture in your memory. Because I have a couple of pictures like that too, that are the ones that got away, where it just was.
Yeah.
We
Mhm.
were driving in Banff years ago. This is with my first husband before I'd even met Norman, and we were in the mountains and it was fall and there were these fall leaves coming across and the mountains were blue in the background and it was so beautiful, and there was absolutely no safe place to pull over because you're in the
Oh,
mountains, right? So
yeah.
in my mind, even though this happened like 15 years ago, that's the picture that got away. That's the one. And I remember that moment so vividly. And
You did.
meanwhile, there's pictures I took 2 weeks ago that if I saw them now, I'd be like, oh yeah, that. You know, like you almost count on the camera to remember it for you rather than you having the memory. So I wonder if these cherry blossoms have become so much more significant to you because of
Yeah.
that whole
Mhm.
incident. That's cool.
I, yeah.
I love the piece. I love how it's working into with the birch trees and everything. It's
Mm,
beautiful.
thank you.
Very nice. And does this one have a title? Did you tell us already? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Sakura. Yes. I might have also mentioned my memory's terrible. Awesome.
Can't be as bad as mine. I mean, seriously.
It's a contest we'll have one day. And then these two here, these are both part of your Shop on the Riverdale Art Walk Online
Yeah.
site. Is that correct?
Yep.
And do you have that link anywhere? We can post the link after the video, I guess, or something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
RiverdaleArtWalk.ca, I believe.
think it is, yeah.
I'm so used to looking at it. I'm not used to saying it out loud. So
Yeah. I can never remember because I have a tab open constantly for
yeah,
the duration.
it's just
So that
there.
because otherwise I'm hunting around to try and find it because I'm absolutely hopeless. Although my memory is just ridiculous, especially at the moment, I think.
Yeah, you've got other things to worry about. Oh my goodness, this has been so nice. I was joking yesterday when I said we should get cardboard cutouts at the studio, but I feel like if every now and then we glanced over and saw each other's faces, it would be good for our mental health, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and it's nice how we catch up now and again when we have coffee together and kind of chat about what's happening. Because, yeah, because I love those days when the three of us are in at the same time because you know, we all have our own schedules and it's really nice. And I guess that's not going to happen for a while now.
It
So that's why
will.
this is really good.
Then maybe it'll be like the cherry blossoms will really appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll forget all the things, all anything that might have ever annoyed us about each other, we'll have completely forgotten. Not that there was anything, but there
What
was.
are you saying, Jessica?
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, have a fantastic afternoon, whatever you're up to.
I
Um,
will do painting in the studio, possibly with because we have little painting sessions where we put Facebook chat on so we can see each other.
cool.
We press play at the same time on the podcast because we always have podcasts and things on when we're painting. You'll know that. And yeah, so we basically just do what we do when we're, you know, in the studio there.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, have fun. I think that's it. Can you think of anything else?
Yeah, I think that's good.
Awesome. At some point, I'm going to be talking to Rob today too. I don't know what time, but I'll be back. This was so nice, Karen. Thank you for joining me. See you soon, virtually. Bye.
Bye.